This segment sponsored by Belle Sante Med Spa. I am so excited to kick off our beauty series at Belle Sante Med Spa. Joining me right now is Cathy Busse, who is a body sculpting specialist. Hi, Cathy.
Hi, how are you? I'm good, how are you?
Good. Okay, so we're kicking off getting ready for the summer and just getting our bodies right and tight. And I know that a very popular, non-invasive procedure is Coolsculpting.
Yes.
So can you first share with us, what is Coolsculpting?
Sure. Coolsculpting basically takes the place of liposuction without any downtime, without any invasiveness, no anesthesia. It's something that someone can come in and have done and then leave here and go about their day without any downtime, missing work. Which is very important because we see a lot of women and men with very busy schedules.
Right, and this opportunity really focuses on that stubborn fat,
Yes,
right? It's
absolutely.
like you do your normal weight loss work, but then sometimes there's just pockets of fat. It's like, why are you here?
Yes.
Why won't you go away?
Yes, correct, exactly. And that is very true. I mean, people can work out and they can work out, and then there's certain areas that are just stubborn and they won't react to just working out. So what we can do here is to help you with those stubborn areas and basically treat whatever area is your concern. And I think of it as kind of like a jump start to get that person going to really focus on the health in their body and, you know, getting themselves going back to the gym.
Okay, that's great, because that's really important.
It is very important.
This is not a replacement. This is not lipo surgery. It is literally just a little boost to help you work on target areas to continue your health journey.
Correct. So I always tell my clients that what you do when you leave here is just as important as what I do here when I'm with you, because you need to, if you're investing in your body, you need to take that outside of Belle Sante and really take it seriously and keep healthy and keep going with your exercise.
Okay, that's great. So share with us, how does it work? So Coolsculpting, I'm thinking it's going to be cold.
It's cold, yes. We're basically going to freeze whatever area we're treating. We're going to be bringing your temperature down to a negative 11 degrees. And that is where they have done a lot of studies that show that is the temperature we need to get to in order to get rid of those fat cells, to kill those fat cells without injuring anything in the area.
Okay.
So basically I'm bringing you down to a negative 11 degrees.
Okay.
And that's going to freeze the fat. And then once you're done with the session with each area, it's very important that at that time that I massage you for 3 minutes. And that part can be a little uncomfortable for my clients because at first you're still numb, but then as we massage for the 3 minutes, you're becoming unnumb, and that can be uncomfortable. But it's extremely important process of it.
Okay, and the freezing part, is that painful?
It's not. The first 10 minutes is a little uncomfortable because you're getting cold, but after 10 minutes, you're numb. You don't feel anything. So basically, you're sitting there. You can be on your phone. You can be doing work. You can be watching TV.
Yes.
And after that, you're not going to feel anything.
Okay. So the treatments. Let's talk about that.
Yes.
How long? So once you get set up, how long are you doing the freezing for?
It depends on the area.
Okay.
Generally, most of the areas that we treat are 35 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, so there's several areas we can treat, and we have several machines, so if it's allowable, we can treat 2 areas at one time, which saves a lot of time for people.
Right, yeah, so let's talk about that. Where can it be treated? So, of course, when people have probably seen Coolsculpting commercials, and it's on the app, right? Of course, that is a lot of problematic areas for most folks. But there's other areas that people like to treat. So can you share with me what they are?
Of course, sure. I mean, we can start anywhere. We can just go through the body. Coolsculpting can treat what's called the submental area, which is the chin, the double chin. We can treat underarms, which we call our bat wings that we all have, that are very hard to get rid of even through workout.
Right.
We can treat the back fat, bra fat, flanks, abdomen, inner and outer thighs. So basically there's a lot of different areas that we can treat.
Yeah, what are flanks?
Flanks are what you call that little muffin top right here, that kind of hangs over and you're like, oh, I want to get rid of that. So kind of like a tire here, but the muffin top is what we call your flanks. So
and then how many sessions does one typically have?
That always varies, because each individual, obviously their body type, their body, how much bulk they want to lose, things like that. So we always have someone come in for a free consultation. And we make sure first and foremost that they're a candidate, because there's two types of fat, right?
Okay.
So you have subcutaneous fat, which is pinchable, grabbable. I can treat that.
Okay.
But if a lot of men, I don't want to say just men, but have more of a visceral fat, which is really taut and kind of hard, that's not a candidate for Coolsculpting.
Okay. Okay.
So you have to have subcutaneous fat.
Okay, and after one treatment, so after you do that assessment, some people may only need one treatment, is that correct?
It's yes, if they only have a tiny little bit to debulk. Normally people need to have 2 to 3, depending on how much bulk they want to get rid of.
Okay.
Coolsculpting is not a weight loss program, because our fat cells don't really weigh a lot. But it's a debulking of that area, so your pants, things are going to start feeling better. So it's more like inches. It's going to start feeling and fitting better.
Okay. Well, guys, I am going to be the guinea pig for the Coolsculpting procedure. I'm really excited. I've never had this done before, and so I'm going to give an authentic experience and reaction to what it feels like.
Yes.
And I'm going to take you on this journey. So let's do it.
Sounds good.
So during this 30-minute process of the cooling, it's happening. I can feel it. It's actually not painful yet. It just feels really cold. Has it gotten to freezing level yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Probably in about 5 more minutes you should start to feel it, yes.
Okay, so underneath me of this big bulkiness is the applicators, as well as a pillow that they have here to support me. And so Cathy, kind of share, like, what will I experience over the next 30 minutes?
Okay. So the next 30 minutes, basically, in about 5 more minutes, you're going to be completely numb. You're not going to feel anything at all. So that's why we say you can just kind of lay back and do what you need to, if you want to do some work or watch Netflix, whatever you want to do for that 35 minutes.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, you're not going to really feel a lot while you're having it done. It's when we take it off is when we're going to have to massage, and that's a little bit more uncomfortable.
Painful, okay. And I'm sure people come in with the craziest questions.
Yes.
And they're probably like, okay, what is this procedure? So can you share some of the crazy stuff?
Well, a lot of people are not, one of the first things they ask, I think, is they think that once the fat cells are killed, that they're going to go somewhere else on their body.
Okay.
So, I mean, I know it sounds crazy, but I mean, they do. It's like I said, it's not going to end up on your arms or your legs. Once we freeze that fat, it is dead, and that's when we disperse it while we're doing the massaging, and that will go into your lymphatic system, and then you will naturally eliminate the fat cells over time. It's a gradual process.
Yes.
It's just something that your body will eliminate on its own. You will never have the same amount of fat cells in that area ever, because we already, by adolescence, we've already established all of our fat cells. We don't grow more fat cells. What happens is with age and gaining weight, those fat cells are kind of like a little balloon, and they expand, and then we start seeing the bulging. So the areas that I'm treating you today, you're going to eliminate around 20 to 25% of those fat cells. Those fat cells will never be in that area again, but you will still have the remainder there, right?
Okay, yeah.
So I always tell my clients too that you need to remember that you will never have the same amount of fat cells, but you will still have some fat cells left.
And that doesn't mean you're not going to gain weight in that area anymore, or does it mean that?
No, what it means is that if you decide to not follow what you're doing right now when you come and see me, as far as a good diet, exercise, the fat cells that remain, if you decide I'm just going to go eat fast food, every day, those fat cells that are there still are going to balloon, and then you're going to start seeing bulging again.
Oh, okay.
Your optimal results with Coolsculpting are 3 months past your last visit with me.
Oh, okay.
So at 3 months, you'll come back from your last visit. We'll take pictures again, and then we will compare those side by side to see the difference between the first time I see you today and then 3 months out.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Awesome.
So we will see.
Yes.
Okay.
Feeling good. Feeling good. All right, I did it. And as I promised, I would give you my assessment. So here it goes. So I had that Coolsculpting treatment about 3 weeks ago, and I must say it was very intriguing. It's almost like the concept of cryotherapy or ice baths that proves that cold temperatures can treat the skin in various ways. The treatment was quick. It was not invasive, which means nothing poked or pricked inside of me. Everything was done externally on the outside of the skin. They basically put these applicator pads on my stomach, which grabbed the target areas and started to freeze them. Then the freezing process is only 30 minutes, and then 2 specialists comes in and applies pressure to the area, massaging the frozen fat, which can be released through your lymphatic system, which is a natural way to dissolve fat, either through sweating or going to the restroom. It gets released from your body. Now, the freezing part was not painful at all. The only part that did give me pain and discomfort was the final minute of that 3-minute massage that they had to do at the end. And they did warn me it would be discomfort. But also, I'm a side sleeper, so I did have to adjust the way that I slept for the first week until the numbing went away, so that I wouldn't wake up in pain, or I would just take a couple of Advil. But there was 0 downtime, and I was able to return to work the next day, just taking it slow. Now, they did say that it would take up to 3 months to see desired results, but I have to say, I started seeing results after the first week. And I know that as I continue to work out, I'm going to see more results. So that's really exciting. I didn't really know what to expect trying this out, but I thought it would be helpful to give you an inside look of this popular procedure. For more information or questions about Coolsculpting, contact Belle Sante Med Spa and enjoy a complimentary consultation. We'll be right back. This segment sponsored by Belle Sante Med Spa.